absolutely packed schedule this week. So let's jump into it here. Ton of interconference games, and we do not have any teams on a bye this week, so everybody is playing. Lots of games, a jam-packed Sunday, 3 games on Thursday. We have a lot of Thanksgiving football. We're going to start at the AFC, then move to the NFC, then to our interconference games as always. Bengals versus Titans. I think both these teams are coming off a win. I've picked against the Titans, I think, 2 weeks in a row now, and I think both times they've proven me wrong. I'm not sure. This is going to be a super close game. I feel like this could go either way. But I'm going to give a slight edge to the Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans will beat the Bengals, but I think it'll be like by 3 or something, like 33-30 or 27-30, something. Like, it'll be a super close game. The opposite of a close game, I expect the Miami Dolphins to beat the Houston Texans. One of these days, probably not this season, I will pick the Texans to win a game, but I don't see them winning this one against the Dolphins. That's for sure. Jaguars coming off the bye. They have the Baltimore Ravens coming to town. Man, do I go for an upset pick here already? I don't know. We're at week 12. The Ravens have been good, but I also feel like for as good as they've kind of been under the radar this season a bit. Give me the Ravens. I kind of want to pick an upset there, but I might have to pick an upset somewhere else. And then Steelers, Colts. Colts played the Eagles super close last week. And it looks like they're having fun. Even though they're not really winning at the moment. The Steelers, I'm not saying they're losing on purpose, but they definitely want a good draft pick. Because this is a pretty solid draft. Give me the Colts. I think the Colts take that one. A bit jockey there in the AFC East. Didn't really pick any upsets. But I am going to pick an upset here. At least I imagine it's going to be an upset. It might not be. But the Giants have so many injuries right now. Like, they are just being picked apart by injuries at like the worst time. And the Cowboys just had a massive win over the Vikings. The Cowboys have a ton of momentum at the moment. Giants, with all those injuries, you have a Thanksgiving Day game. Give me the Cowboys over the Giants. Like I said, that might be an upset pick, but with all the injuries, I don't know. Falcons versus Commanders. I think they said that Chase Young is coming back this week. Hold on, let me see. Either this week or next week. Chase Young. Yeah. Commanders activate Pro Bowl pass rusher Chase Young at a Sunday's game versus Falcons. So Chase Young is playing, and they already had a scary defense. Now you add Chase Young back into the mix, who is one of the best young defensive players in the entire league. He's only, just a monster. Part of the reason that I do like the Commanders as much as I do. The Falcons had an amazing game last week. They had some guys who made the PFF Team of the Week. Shout out to Caleb McGarry. I went to school with Caleb McGarry. And it's really cool now to see him not just playing in the NFL, but getting PFF's Team of the Week honors. Yeah, I went to school with him for a few years. Chase Young coming back. The Falcons, their offense is like kind of shaky to me anyway. Give me the Commanders in that one. Alright, Saints going into San Francisco. The Saints got a big win last week over the Rams. Maybe an upset pick. I was happy that I picked that one. The Niners. The Niners have one of the best defenses in the league, and then now I saw this stat today that since adding Christian McCaffrey, their offense has become one of the best offenses in the league as well. He's really just woken up their offense a bit. And, as good as the Saints were last week, the 49ers are just absolutely rolling right now. As a fan of a team in the NFC West, they do scare me a bit, but they've put themselves like solidly into like that contender status in my mind. Give me the Niners over the Saints. Packers at Eagles. Packers have had a rough stretch of games. The last few, they looked somewhat decent last week. They fell just a little bit short. Meanwhile, the Eagles just barely eked out a win over the Colts. You're in Philly. I want to pick the Eagles because I feel like every time I pick the Packers, they disappoint me. But I'm going to go for the upset pick here. It's probably not going to happen, but give me the upset Packers over Eagles. Speaking of upsets, I am so tempted to pick Lions-Patriots right here. I'm so tempted to pick Lions-Patriots. Do I think they'll both win? No. It's probably not even likely that just one of these teams will win. The Lions have won 3 in a row, but the Bills have one of the best offenses in the league. The Lions have one of the worst defenses in the league. Looking at the matchup, the Bills should absolutely carve up the Lions. They should. They really should. And similarly, the Vikings, they had a bad game. Last week, they got destroyed, absolutely blown out by the Cowboys. But the week before that, they played what's being deemed the game of the season, and they beat the Buffalo Bills in a barn burner. One of the best games I've ever watched. Lions and Patriots both coming off wins. I'm gonna get crazy here. Like I said, I do not think this is going to happen, but I like to mix things up. I like to make crazy upset predictions. Give me the Lions and give me the Patriots. Give me both of those teams winning. If this happens, Cowboys, Lions, Patriots all on Thanksgiving, that's like gonna be one of the craziest days of football ever. Bears versus Jets. Now this is kind of an interesting matchup because Zach Wilson's no longer, well, they haven't said explicitly he isn't going to start, but as of me recording this video, they have not yet deemed him the starter for the game because there was talk about attitude issues and things like that in the locker room. But then you contrast that with the Bears and Justin Fields taking complete blame for the loss. And then there's these reports the locker room kind of coalesced around Justin Fields and they were hyping him up and trying to make him feel better. Give me the Bears beating the Jets. Broncos versus Panthers. Now Sam Darnold is your starting QB for the Carolina Panthers next week. I picked the Broncos last week to beat the Raiders, and they let me down. Russell Wilson did not throw a touchdown last week. Now, on paper, the Broncos should be better than the Panthers. They just waived Melvin Gordon. The Broncos, that is. The Panthers are just not good. I mean, they're 3-8. The Broncos are 3-7. I picked the Broncos last week. They let me down. This is the last time I'm picking the Broncos. If they fail me again, if they lose to the Panthers, I am not predicting the Broncos to win another game this season. I don't care if they're playing the Texans. I'm going to say the Texans beat the Broncos. If they disappoint me again, I'm done with them. Buccaneers and Browns. Buccaneers coming off a bye week. Man, the Browns, they've had some good games and they've had some absolutely terrible games. Kind of hard to predict which way it'll go. Man, with the Buccaneers, they're 5-5. They've had their struggles, but they've been getting it together the last few weeks. Give me the Bucs. Arrested Tom Brady. Give me the Bucs. Raiders in Seattle. Raiders have been struggling. They got a win against the Broncos last week. That was good for them, but the Seahawks, I think, have overperformed a bit. Like, I'm not super confident in Seattle in general. But I guess it'll be a homer pick. Give me the Seahawks beating the Raiders. Chargers at Cardinals. I have no faith in either of these teams. To be honest with you, I have no faith in either of them. The Chargers have continuously let me down all season. The Cardinals have let down Cardinals fans all season. From last season to this season, the expectations have completely shifted. Who's been more disappointing to me? Honestly, the Chargers have been more disappointing. I feel like the Chargers might be a little mentally defeated right now. They're the ninth. They're behind. Who are they behind? They're behind the Jets in the standings. So even if the Chargers win, I guess that does put them in a playoff spot. You know what? Give me the Cardinals in this game. Give me the Cardinals beating the Chargers. I just think that, I know both teams are kind of struggling right now, but I think the Cardinals, they might get a little bit of something going here. Rams at Chiefs. I think the Rams are already done. Like, they're already dead. Stafford got hurt last week. Cubs hurt. Chiefs are rolling. I think this will probably be a shellacking. Give me the Chiefs. So these are my predictions. Two really crazy predictions. Two just insane 5-head level predictions that I know are not going to happen. And then one kind of borderline insane prediction. But in the AFC, I've got the Titans beating the Bengals. I have got the Dolphins beating the Texans. I've got the Ravens beating the Jaguars. And the Cowboys beating the Steelers. In the NFC, I have the Cowboys beating the Giants, the Commanders beating the Falcons, the Niners beating the Saints, and the Packers upsetting the Eagles. And in our interconference games on Thanksgiving, I have the Lions upsetting the Bills and the Patriots stunning the Vikings. Then I have the Bears beating the Jets, the Broncos beating the Panthers, the Buccaneers beating the Browns, the Seahawks beating the Raiders, the Cardinals beating the Chargers, and the Chiefs beating the Los Angeles Rams. So those are my Week 12 predictions. There we go. In the books. We'll see. I know I'm going to get a lot of these wrong, but I like picking these crazy predictions. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, what you're looking forward to next week, what you see happening. As always, if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this almost every single day. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.